time to name this week's Eastern Utah Community Credit Union Athlete of the Week. And today, we're speaking with Carbon High School soccer player Cannon Mortensen. And Cannon, it's great to chat with you. Thank you.
Good to be here.
Let's talk about your sensational season so far. I know we're at the midway point, but already you have tied a school record for shutouts in a season at goalie. Phenomenal so far. I know you guys have gotten off to a great start, but I do want to talk about your individual play and what seems to be working for you.
My defense, they give every effort in practice and on the game to give me that shutout. So I just got to thank them. They make my life way easier with them. So
I know it always is a group effort, right, when we talk about the goalkeeper, but you guys have been so solid defensively. So the fact that you mentioned your teammates as well, tell me about the idea of kind of having that joint relationship where you have their role, they have their role.
so before even soccer starts, we're all friends. We're all hanging out with each other. So we're like basically family together, and we just have that chemistry together. So that just helps even more. So.
How do you get prepared for a game, specifically a game of a high magnitude? You know, you guys have a very difficult region. You have a specific job that you got to accomplish game in and game out. How do you get ready for that?
Of course. So, Coach Tracy Brady, she gives us all roles. She coaches the girls at USUE, so she knows what she's doing. She helps us. They feed us before home games. Make sure it's high protein, high carb. Just gets us ready for the game.
What is it about soccer that you love so much? Because obviously, if you have this kind of success, you have to love the game, you have to love the sport. What is it that you enjoy so much about it?
My friends, family, we've all played it. My brothers, older brothers, they've all played soccer for Carbon, and I want to just be like them. And yeah.
You had a successful basketball season. I know you just received an individual honor for that as well. So you were an honorable mention out on the basketball court. What do you prefer more, soccer or basketball?
I may like basketball a little more, but my coaches may get mad at me for saying that, but I don't, it's all right.
How do the two work hand in hand? I mean, obviously, there are things you can take from the basketball court that you can apply on the soccer field, or maybe even vice versa. How do they work hand in hand?
Basketball works a lot with hands, shooting. I love shooting the ball. Threes, that's I guess my specialty. Helps in keeper with hands, catching the ball, jumping, that helps too. So
Let's jump back over to the soccer field for a moment. I mentioned that you have already tied the school record for shutouts in a season at six. Odds are you're going to break that. And I did ask you before we hopped on the air, I asked you, how important is that record to you? And you said it's pretty important.
yeah, that was my goal before the season was to beat this record.
And now that it's within distance, it's right there for you to actually shatter this record. Are you thinking about it, game in and game out, or are you just saying, okay, we got to take it one game at a time? What's the approach there?
I've been thinking it from the start. It's always been in my head. Tomorrow, hopefully, I can get it. But yeah.
As far as the overall goals of the team are concerned, I know that's always bigger, right, than individual accomplishments. You guys are on a tear, and you have been on a tear all season long. I think this is one of the best Carbon soccer teams I've ever seen. I mean, you guys got off to a incredible start. I think it was the first 6 games you guys held your opponents to 1 goal, right, over the course of that span. What is it about this team, and how far can you guys go?
I think we can make it all the way. Of course, that's what most people say, but this is it. We just got to beat Manti, and then we can get that region title.
How is this team different from teams in the past?
I just like again the chemistry. We've been playing since probably 8 years old all together, and that just builds.
I know you guys kind of had some adversity from a coaching standpoint, right, in the offseason. You guys playing inspired soccer because of what you guys have to face and who you're kind of playing for this year?
Yeah. Oh, we're playing for our coach Chad Cadell. He goes through a lot of trials. We're playing for him every game. We think of him, and we couldn't do it without him.
Well, we've hit that midway point before we know what the state tournament's going to be here. So, give me your goals. What's the goals for the rest of the season?
So our goals as a team is make it to well state, which we probably will, and then region title. We want to beat Manti and get that title, not a co-ed or co-team. And then we want to make it to the state championship and win that title.
I think those goals are definitely well within reach. Let's get that school record first, right? Get that seventh shutout, and we'll go from there. Cannon, it's a pleasure to chat with you. I appreciate you coming out here to the radio station, not having to brave the cold weather outside. Congratulations on the start, and hopefully you guys finish just as strong.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Hey, that's Cannon Mortensen again. He's the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union Athlete of the Week.